Well, I'm super excited about today. Say hi to our special guest, Mr. Eric Holgis from Delta Ray.
Hello. Nice to see everybody. This was kind of us rediscovering ourselves and our love of making music together, recording it. So we went back to Alex, who made our first album, Carry the Fire, and asked him if he would help us kind of pioneer this new chapter with these two albums. So
Sometimes with those words, it's like you get into this territory of, is it cool?
right.
And it's like sometimes it's hard to be earnest and cool at the same time, or like sincere and cool. And I like that we just sort of
There was no fear. It was all about making the thing that we were excited to make and breaking rules that we didn't know existed. And then we got some success, and you're then told all the rules by the establishment.
it was non-offensive, and it was like a bunch of side dishes. It was a bunch of condiments on a plate with no main dish. And that was something I really took, when we were doing that. It was like it kind of broke something in my brain. I was like, yeah, this is bullshit. We can't, like, life's too short to make polite music. And it really changed.
Yeah, I mean, the song start. I was just trying to write a jammy, danceable song, and the only thing that I had was that piano riff. And so Ian, my brother, who we write a lot of the songs for Delta Ray, came over and we wrote a melody following that line.
And that's really, like, it's a tough call when you're like, oh, we don't have the chorus. We don't have the main part of the song. Well, we only have the side dish. So what are we having? What's the main thing? And it's not, this is not a sandwich song. This is not like a bunch of stuff stacked that is ingested at the same time, and that is what is giving it its beauty. It's like a platter of, it's like tapas platter, where you have to like try all the little things against each other and move around the plate, and they're all talking to each other. And I think what I heard when you played it for me was that just the way that the piano and the vocal and the verse work together. That was the initial thing. I was like, oh, that's like there's a conversation. Where else can we put that conversation? How can we create motion but strip almost everything away? So it's almost like this linear thing where each part is nothing is stacking. It's all, each part has its own little space. So let me show you in the same part just the guitars together, because they have their own conversation going on. So this is the chopstick acoustic guitar part, and now this is the electric guitars. Kendi asked, how did we come up with the chopstick idea? I don't know, I'm Asian. No, I'll tell you why. We came up with it because we wanted something to add to the rhythm hooks, but we didn't want to. We wanted a tonal element, but we didn't want something that was going to get in the way. And so we really needed something with a lot of attack and not a lot of sustain, and something we could control like a drum, but would still suggest the chord changes. So like in that part.
But the other thing that I will say is that Delta Ray trusts Alex so much, because we've taken all of our weirdest stuff to you over the years. And all of those instruments, all those ingredients could be mixed together by somebody else. If we had taken them to Dave Cobb or Dan Huff, or a lot of the people that we've worked with, or Jakir King, like we did take it to Jakir King. The same song, same exact idea. It's how you play it, and nobody can really play the guitar with a chopstick like Alex.
Like just taking two random cuisines and smashing them together doesn't always work. It's like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, you put a a tabla on top of this bluegrass song, but are the flavors actually like blending together, you know? And to me, the piano part suggests so much of like all the ingredients that we need in a way. And I think as a producer, sometimes I just have to be like, all right, well, what are like the non-negotiables? Like what's like the bones? What is making the song? Keeps referencing the same hooks over and over and reinforcing the same hooks, and so that like you subconsciously are just like getting that those ideas so much that they start to sort of play with each other, and you know, it's not necessarily a bunch of new information. It's just the same idea said in a few different ways. All I'm doing, to answer your question, James, is I'm trying to play that same idea out through all the different parts. And so it's like the idea doesn't, it's not like you're trying to cram a bunch of different ideas in. You're just trying to like rephrase the same idea across all these different parts. And we're not introducing any more ideas at that point, but we're like flipping all the ideas. And the last breakdown chorus is like a reversal, like, so the parts are now like playing this reversed role. You could be in your head totally ripping off something, which I have done tons of times on my records and my productions, but it never comes out that way. So I'm taking all my cues from something, but it's going through this filter and it's coming out as me. I've been in situations before, and I've been part of situations where it's like the ego stuff gets in the way so much that it's killing the progress of a record, where it's like, no, I have to do it, and maybe it'll take me for all day to do it, and we could have done like 5 other things.